Uh, what? What? Brandon Bean, you did what? Okay, folks, welcome back to Buffalo Sports Center. I am Don, and apparently the Bills have made more trades, and this one is perhaps the most shocking of the offseason. Out of absolutely nowhere, the Bills are trading wide receiver Stefon Diggs to the Houston Texans in exchange for a 2025 second round pick, which for a player like Stefon Diggs' caliber is basically nothing. Wow. Absolutely wow. This is an incredibly shocking move by the Buffalo Bills. They have traded away their top wide receiver. So if there were any doubts before that the Bills are going to take a wide receiver in the first round, you might as well stamp it on a poster and send it out to all your family because it's definitely happening now. Stefon Diggs and all of his yards, all of his catches are going to the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud is about to be a very, very happy man. So, Stefon Diggs, Nico Collins, CJ Stroud, they're going to be having a fun, nice old time, a nice party down in Houston. But this is an absolutely shocking trade that has happened on Wednesday morning here. I am stunned. I am completely stunned. He's been posting cryptic stuff, answers, messages all off season long. Wow. So this is going to be a 2025 second round pick. As reported by Ian Rappaport, it's going to be Minnesota's, formerly Minnesota. So hopefully Minnesota continues to suck. Otherwise, that's not going to be a very high pick. The Bills are giving a fifth rounder in 2025 and a sixth round this year and Stefon Diggs. So the Bills unload even more cap space, but they get rid of a critical player, and I feel like that's an understatement. That's an understatement. This is insane. Josh Allen's only returning wide receiver for next season will be Khalil Shakir. Goodbye Diggs, goodbye Davis, goodbye Emmanuel Sanders, goodbye John Brown, goodbye Cole Beasley, goodbye everyone. This is going to be a brand new Bills offense. No Stefon Diggs, and there's going to be no drama. It really seems like Stefon Diggs posted one too many cryptic messages on social media for Brandon Beane's liking. He is gone. And the Bills, I'm very surprised about the return because it's not only Stefon Diggs going to Houston, it's also a sixth round pick and a fifth round pick next year. So, Diggs, a 2024 sixth round pick, a 2025 fifth round pick. The Bills get Minnesota's 2025 second round pick next year. Wow. And I mean, you know what? I say this came out of nowhere, but it really does seem like Stefon Diggs did not want to be in Buffalo anymore. There was that growing sense, even in the national media. Just some of the stuff he was saying, ever since that Bengals loss in the divisional round in 2023, he just never seemed to be happy again. It really seemed like Diggs, I thought the Bills would keep him on just because of his contract. They couldn't cut him like many were speculating they would. And I suppose that's why the Bills traded him for basically nothing, because teams knew they were going to cut him either way. And for the Bills, this actually, I don't know what the dead cap figures look like now. I don't know how much the Bills take up. I'm not seeing any reports on that. I wish SportsCenter would come out and immediately update, but that's not where we are at this moment. So we'll learn more about how much dead cap the Bills are taking on, but expect a lot more salary cap to be freed up, not even just now, but in the future, because Stefon Diggs was due to be paid a lot of money this season. That's not going to be the case anymore. Houston will be carrying the foot of that bill, and Stefon Diggs is gone. He's just gone. He has been one of the most prolific wide receivers in Buffalo Bills history. Up there with the likes of Andre Reed and some of the greats from the 90s. Even last year, he had a down year last year, and he still had almost over 1,100 yards in reception yards, over 100 catches, 8 touchdown catches as well. He was the Bills' number one wide receiver since 2020. That's 2020, 21, 22, 23. 5 seasons, he's been our guy here in Buffalo. He's been Josh Allen's guy. If it weren't for Stefon Diggs, I don't think Josh Allen would have had as prolific 2020 season, because those two just had a special connection. That was Josh Allen's guy. So I'm really interested to see what the Bills do now, because now you're going to have to draft a wide receiver. Do you draft two? You're going to have a really inexperienced room. Do you now go out and get Tyler Boyd? I mean, there's not too many options left on the open market, really. Maybe you go out and trade for a T. Higgins. That could be an option, too. I wouldn't be very surprised if Brandon Beane isn't done here. This does seem like the first move of many at the wide receiver position, whether that be a trade or a move in the draft. But either way, Stefon Diggs is gone, and this is stunning. This is an absolutely stunning trade because while there have been rumors and Bills fans have been really trying to downplay and ignore Stefon Diggs' drama, I guess it finally got to him in the end. And of all places, Houston. I'm very surprised that Houston was willing to make a move like this because Stefon Diggs is basically a one-year rental. He's a free agent after this year. So if all things don't go well in Houston, then Stefon Diggs may be again looking for another team next offseason. But I don't think that'll be the case. The C.J. Stroud is an excellent quarterback. He's one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. You put him with a guy like Stefon Diggs, and they're going to do some good work down there. But for the Bills, trading him away, I do see why they would do something like it. Mainly because my phone is blowing up. People are trying to get my take. They will. My thing is that Stefon Diggs disappeared second half of last season. And he disappeared in the playoffs too. He dropped a couple of big passes, and he just didn't look like himself towards after Joe Brady came in. So, for the Bills, the only wide receivers they currently have in their room is Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Justin Shorter. Not too many options, as you can see. So, the Bills are definitely going to have to draft a guy. Maybe they'll draft two now. Maybe they'll trade for a guy like T. Higgins. We shall see, but I'm just, this move has happened mere minutes ago at the time of this recording. So, I am completely stunned. That's my honest reaction. I can't believe it. I didn't think it'd be happening this sudden like this. I thought that the Diggs and Bills would ride it out for another season and then he'd leave in free agency. That seemed like the way everyone was trending towards. But Brandon Beane has pulled another rabbit out of his hat here. He has traded Stefon Diggs to the Houston Texans in exchange for a second-round pick. The Bills also give away a fifth and a sixth. So, yeah, that's where we stand. Folks, let me know what you think about this trade. How do you feel about these moves? It's kind of crazy, isn't it? The Bills are really retooling. This is really happening. I don't know what this is going to mean for the results next year, but whenever Josh Allen's your quarterback, I guess you're always okay. But anyways, folks, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more up-to-date content like this. I was Don. This is Buffalo SportsCenter. Hopes to see all of you in the next video. Peace out.